Hey, what up everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here, making a video about Brock Lesnar and John Cena in the upcoming match at SummerSlam. Lots of talk out there as I'm watching a lot of prediction videos about when people are thinking Brock Lesnar is going to show up and attack John Cena and get this feud off. When Triple H is going to be using his option Plan C that Paul Heyman offered him on Monday Night Raw. And a lot of people are predicting that Brock is going to show up at Battleground. I've seen a lot of videos in the past whenever the Money in the Bank is. A lot of people always sort of end their videos talking about whether if they think the Money in the Bank is going to be cashed in at the show, giving their predictions on when they think that person is going to cash in. And a lot of people are just not even bringing up the fact that Seth Rollins it has the Money in the Bank, that he might cash in at the end of the show, sort of fulfilling the prophecy of Triple H, that he's going to be, a future champion somewhere down the road. A lot of people are just jumping the gun, going right into Brock. Maybe they're thinking that Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose is going to be such a killer of a match with these guys just throwing everything at each other and just knocking each other dead pretty much there on the mat, that Seth's not going to have enough in him to get up off the mat and then come back at the end of the show in order to cash in. That Dean's just going to hit him with everything but the kitchen sink, and the man's just going to be battered and bruised. It's to be that kind of a match. I have high expectations for Ambrose versus Rollins. I think that both of these guys are know they're on the rise. They know that they have everybody's eyes on them, but I think they want to set the expectations for that match very, very high, trying to blow them out of the water and really going all for it. I don't think Brock is going to show up at Battleground for one reason, that it's Battleground. I mean, I guess, Brock Lesnar brought a lot of sort of lights onto a pay-per-view like Extreme Rules when he had the match against John Cena. But, they really used Brock at, WrestleMania and SummerSlam, trying to really hype up the fact that, these are the two biggest shows of the year. They even used him at WrestleMania this year. I'm sorry, such retard. But they even used him at the Royal Rumble this year. Trying to hype up that show. Those are the shows that people really go out of their way to make sure that they're going to watch. If they're fringe fans, that don't really pay attention to wrestling year-round, you always watch Royal Rumble to know what the main event is going to be at WrestleMania. You always watch WrestleMania because it's WrestleMania, and you watch SummerSlam because it's the biggest party of the summer. If I don't see Brock Lesnar, coming out at the end of Battleground and attacking John Cena, more than likely I can see this happening at the beginning of Raw, where, John Cena comes out to take his victory lap, and then, of course, you can hype that up for all 3 hours. That, John Cena was basically killed. We saw a murder right here in the middle of the ring on Monday Night Raw, and Triple H has basically set up the match already. John Cena versus Brock, and then, of course, you have John Cena come back the next week, and he's just saying, hey, I'm ready to fight. Let's get this going. And that's just what John Cena is. He's not scared of anybody. Of course, he's already beat Brock Lesnar once. I don't think they're going to make that mistake breaking up that match. I think it's going to be a lot like when Triple H and Undertaker had a match at WrestleMania 27. A lot of people were saying, like, hey, why are you not mentioning the last one? And a lot of people were thinking maybe they didn't want to mention Undertaker as Biker Undertaker. They just sort of wanted to sweep that gimmick, under the table, acting like it never happened, acting like Undertaker really is a dead man that, lives out in his cabin and comes out and he fights once a year at WrestleMania. But I really could see that, Brock, comes out, kills him, and then, of course, off to the races from there. Everybody, has seen that, I think it's DirecTV is already airing the pay-per-view commercials, even though WWE swears up and down that the only place you can see this match is if you have the WWE Network. And this is going to be a big one. And I don't know, let me see, March, April, May, June, July, August. I think that we signed up for the pay-per-view. I think we signed up for the WWE Network somewhere in the 20s. And I think that SummerSlam is like on the 18th or the 19th. So, this is going to be in that first 6 months of everybody's commitment that everybody thinks is set in stone. So it would have been better if they would have moved SummerSlam to where it would have been after. Then you had to re-up your subscription. I don't know about you. If there was a button that says basically I want the WWE Network for life, I'd press that. I'd press a little check mark and just say, just take your money every month, and I'll be a happy man. I have had the network since February, and I have not run out of things to watch. I've been watching a lot of SummerSlams lately, as I put up a review on SummerSlam 89 last night. I have a SummerSlam 88 review more than likely coming tonight, and I want to get back into those Saturday night main events. good, awesome, 1-hour shows to check out. Peace out, everybody. Have a good day. SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar versus John Cena. When do you think Brock's coming?